It says here that it's showtime, so it must be true. So, hi, this is Adam of the Medium channel, where we bring you the spirituality behind the message. And thank you if you're here live. Thank you if you're watching this later as a video. Happy full moon. And that's what we're going to talk about today, all about the full moon. 6 things that I feel are important to know about this full moon based on information I get from spirit, based on astrology, based on numerology, plus some recommended practices. So we do this every month. And, before I even get started, while some of the live people are getting their notifications, and I'll leave links in the comments, but check out the new moon video also, because the new moon sets the template for the entire lunar cycle. So what's ever happening in the full moon, it's just kind of part of the energy that we started the lunar cycle with. So that's there. And then we also did a September psychic forecast. We did that last night, in fact. So that's up on the channel. So these will all be linked in the pinned comment. So let me bring my microphone a bit closer, just so I'm not yelling. So hello everybody that's here, and yeah, let's dive right on in. Let me grab some water, and let's get right into this. So this is where the glasses come on. This is not going to be as long as last night, so we'll get this information out to you quickly today. So, full moon, 5:59 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time here on the East Coast. Obviously, just that to your local time, but for most of the world, if not all of it, it's actually going to be on the 10th, on 9/10. So, so it's going to be full at 17 degrees Pisces. So that's important also. And we'll as I go on, I'll explain why. Also, Mercury will be stationing at the time. It actually starts its retrograde approximately 5 hours before the full moon, or 6 hours, and it's going to station at 8 degrees Libra. So that's part of it also. Now the full moon is going to trine and sextile the nodes, and I can't even go there in my mind which one is trining, which one is sextiling. I think it sextiles the north node and trines the south node. And because a full moon is a moon sun opposition, the sun is also going to be trining and sextiling the nodes. This is part of the energy, this powerful energy. It's also the harvest moon. That's an important part of the energy also. This is all like little pieces of a puzzle. We're going to put these pieces together tonight, and to give you what this means and what's important for us as a community, as well as a global community, as well as for you individually. So what else? It's a 6-month universally, in numerology. It's a 6 month. It's a 6 year, and 9/10/2022 is a universal 16-day in numerology, which reduces to 7, which is Neptune ruled. So Neptune's important. Neptune's going to be conjuncting the moon later in the day at 24 degrees Pisces. So it's not going to conjunct right on the full moon, but as the moon moves forward in time later in the day, it's going to conjunct. So that these are some of the major players. So with that, I need more water. Here are 6 things that are important about this full moon. Important thing number 1 is mastering compassion, mastering the heart. As Sharita Starr says, this whole year is about mastering the art of compassion. And we're seeing why that is as more and more things unfold in the world. But it's a universal 6 year, which is Venus ruled. We're in a universal 6 month, which is Venus ruled. And also the conjunction at 24 degrees later in the day on the 10th at 24 is also a 6. So a lot of heart energy. So we want to master the heart. Pisces, the sign Pisces, is very much about compassion. It's about the subconscious. It's about higher minds and higher ideals. Uranus is also a major player. That's higher mind also. So this is really the time to double down on opening the heart, working with the heart, and consciously showing more compassion and more love to those around you. For your family members, say I love you. We can't say that enough because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So we want to say that today, and so forth. So that's number one. So this full moon beckons us to really start to master compassion, master the heart. So number two, this full moon is potentially has incredibly good fortune surrounding it. So I have my notes. That's why I'm looking down a lot. So good fortune and manifestation. Remember, this is the harvest moon, so it's really ideal for all manifestation pursuits. All full moons are favorable for manifestation because the moon is at its apex of its power when it's full. It's brighter, it's lighter in the sky, and it's opposing the sun. So all full moons are favorable for manifestation. Now, Mercury is going to be stationing. So there's a little bit of an asterisk next to incredible good fortune. It's very good for law of attraction and manifestation work, but the focus should be on adjusting the inner climate, or in other words, creating the vibration from within that's going to match whatever it is that you want to manifest on the outside. And also, it's much better for things like planning, or things like setting the energy, because when Mercury's stationed and going retrograde, it's not a time to really move forward. It's more of a time to go inward and to change the energy from within. So this is the harvest moon. It's great for manifestation, but make the focus on working within and changing the vibration from within to be more magnetic to that which you want to attract or create. Also, be very clear in your intention. It's a really good time for scripting exercises. I don't know if I even wrote that in one of the 6 exercises. That'll be exercise number 7, to do scripting, or in other words, it's almost like journaling, but you're journaling as if you're what you desire is already manifested. So if you're manifesting your soulmate, part of your scripting would be like, my boyfriend or girlfriend and I took a really romantic walk on the beach and we saw the sunset, stuff like that, and really make it real. So I'm just checking my notes. Mercury station better for setting the energy and adjusting the inner climate for manifestation than taking action. We know, to attract, we do have to act, but the action here is going inward and changing the inner climate, not necessarily doing a ton of action in the world at this time. More like cleaning things up and reviewing things, or clearing things that need to be cleared in order for you to be more in the right energy to attract what you need. So this is a good time to clear all the debris, all the nonsense, all the obstructions, cogs, and blocks, the reasons that you may not have your manifestation yet in the first place. So that's number 2. And this kind of leads into number 3 a little bit. Review, step back, slow down, self-care. This is a really good time for studies, and for gathering information and stuff like that. We have a nice Virgo Sun, opposing the Pisces Moon. Virgo is a very analytical sign. It's also a very compassionate sign too. So that again kind of strengthens number 1. So it's a good time to study and gather information. Again, whatever it is that you want to do, or whatever it is that you want to manifest in your life, if it's like, whatever it is, new work or whatever, this is a good time to do research on anything. Research a book or video, or a new spiritual path or stuff like that. But again, Mercury's getting ready to go retrograde. When things go retrograde, we review. So that's number 3. I'm moving right along. Number 4, psychic boosts. So you're likely to be, well, you already are very psychic, but you're likely to be even more psychic during this full moon cycle. Couple reasons for that. 1, all full moons are good for psychic abilities. The moon is the reflective energy. It aligns with the number 2 in numerology, and it has that psychic energy. Now, with the full moon in Pisces, that enhances the effects of this being a very psychic moon. So this is a good time to develop or work on your psychic development, your intuitive development. It's especially good for mediumship, working with guides and stuff like that, partly because we're coming into the autumn season. The veils are getting thinner between the worlds this time of the year. So you're going to get a nice intuitive psychic boost. If you do some meditation and set your intentions, you may find that you have a spike in your development in terms of your psychic abilities that will stick with you, past this, this moon and well beyond that. So number 5, it's good for healing deep wounding, healing collective wounds, healing ancestral pain. All of that kind of stuff really comes in. Now, partly again, this Mercury station, when Mercury's the planet of movement, when it comes into the station, things get very still. And when things are still, we can go within more easily. Mercury's the mind. So, again, this helps to still the mind. And it's also a universal 7-day in numerology. I mean, the universal days are pretty down, lower on the list of priorities of importance in terms of analyzing, like astrology and numerology. But that said, it still is a universal 7-day. It's actually a universal 16-day. 16 is the lightning struck citadel in Chaldean numerology, and it's also the tower card in the tarot. So, a lot of this really gives us, again, that energy to go within, to rebuild. Because what does the tower do? It tears down the structure so we can rebuild on stronger foundation. So this is a really good moon to really kind of examine. And again, with the Mercury retrograde and the number 16, it's a really good time to examine just what isn't working in your life, what you need to let go, what you need to cut loose, who you need to cut loose, what habits don't work, what thought patterns aren't working. Again, really good time to go deep and to get that. And that kind of leads me to number 6. So number 5 and 6 are kind of connected, but let's go within. More meditation, deep healing. Now we're coming to the fall. This is when the bear hibernates. We're coming to the season of the bear. In some of the Native American traditions, the bear sits at the west of the medicine wheel, and the west is the autumn, and it's the element of water, I believe. Uh, um, but what bears do is they hibernate in the winter and they digest all the lessons of the years past. And then next spring, they come out with new vigor, having digested all their past lessons and ready for, the next step for whatever. So this is a good time to really get into the vibration of bear medicine, bear energy. Again, Mercury stationing, Pisces rules the subconscious also. So do more meditation, do deep healing, going within. You're likely to be able to uncover a lot of subconscious things that may have been holding you back for years, decades, even lifetimes. So again, this is the time to do the really deep healing, and this could be ancestral also. So moving right along, here are 6 practices. Is there a 7th? Well, whatever I said earlier, I forgot what I said, but that was the 7th. Oh my goodness. Maybe I need to slow my mind down. That's what water's for. So practice number 1 is doing more shamanic journeying and guided meditation. And for some reason, Spirit, I was asking Spirit, they said this is going to be important, especially for healing, especially traveling to past lives, doing regressions. Again, we're going into the Mercury retrograde, working with the sound frequencies and stuff like that. This is something to augment, like your silent or presence meditation practice or mindfulness meditation with some shamanic journeying, like I'm seeing drumming as I'm talking. So if you can do a little drum circle, around this full moon, or if you can, even on your own, do some soul retrieval work or shamanic journeying, really good time for that. And they're saying journal, like journey. When you journal, you write out, you keep records of the journey. So this is all tied in. And they're saying why not do meditations and find the totem of bear, and let the bear be your guide, and doing some deep meditation and shamanic work and traveling. So that's number one. Number two, and this is sort of a repeat from every other month, but it's actually double down this month: heart brain coherence, working with the frequencies of the heart. I'm going to link a video on heart brain coherence and how to use that in law of attraction work. Again, this is a perfect time for that. So that's going to also be in the pinned comment. And in 12 hours after this video ends, I can actually add end screen. So I may pop that on the end screen of this also, when I'm able to do that. So heart brain coherence is a practice of holding magnified gratitude, appreciation, love in the heart. When you do that, the heart comes into coherence because hearts want to love. And because the heart and the brain are connected, when the heart comes into coherence, and the brain's about 60 times more the heart's about 60 times more powerful than the brain electromagnetically, but they're very connected. They have the same cells. In fact, the heart has some brain cells. So some people call the heart the second brain, but the heart's really the first brain because it's the more powerful of the two organs. But the point being is, when you bring your heart to coherence, it brings the brain into coherence also. And then when your brain is in coherence, then you become more coherent with spirit. And there's a lot of science that proves what a valuable practice this is in healing, in tapping into supernatural abilities that you may not be aware of. Healing, people have done this work and they've healed their cancers, MS, and stuff like that, all documented. Reversed aging, all documented. So the main thing is we want, again, mastering the art of compassion. How do we do that? We open the heart and we work with the heart frequency. So that's number two. Number three, silent meditation. Again, things get very still energetically when Mercury's retrograde. When Mercury's stationing, and the full moon brings more power in. So perfect time to do silent meditation, silent retreat, going within. If you're able to do that, you definitely do it. Even if you just kind of shut off all the social media stuff, all the technology, and just vowed, like, today I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to be in silent meditation and presence all day. Or if you can do a retreat or something like that, that's good. So number four is doing your shadow work integration. Okay, I'm not going to have enough room on the end screen for all these videos, but I have a good video on 5 shadow work exercises. So the shadow work, it's basically, and integrating the shadows. It's recognizing that our shadows are part of us. They're not separate. So we don't want to lose our shadows. We want to shine the light of awareness on them so they cease to become shadows, and instead they become portals of information and growth, and messengers from your higher self about how you've been programmed, or what traumas are stuck in your energy fields, and what patterns in your life are causing you undue stress, or limiting your experience, or causing fears, anxieties, or psychological stuff, or limiting what you create in your life, or stuff like that. So that's why I always say shadow work integration, not just shadow work. The idea is to integrate the shadow, not to lose a part of yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's one of your best teachers. Once you understand that, oh, I did write this down, so I don't have to go to number 7. Number 5 is start a scripting exercise. We talked about that. Again, full moon is great for manifestation because of the Mercury stuff. The manifestation may not materialize immediately, but it's still a good time to set the intention and to do the work. So do the scripting. I explained that a little bit earlier. And number 6, I wrote down, of course, get out into nature, feel the flows, turn the technology off. I should tape this part of it, because this is part of, I'd say 3 out of every 4 live streams. Every month it's the same thing. It's that important. When we're in nature and we allow ourselves to be still, we start to feel nature. We start to connect that way. And then we start to feel energy, and we can feel the flows and work with that through our bodies and auras to clear stuff and to heal and stuff like that. So, it's a very complicated world. It's a very stressful world that we're living in now. It's stressful times. It's the best of times, but it's also hard times. Nature can help restore, finding that balance can help restore, because, it's inevitable that you're going to be subject to stress, unless you're completely, isolated or cut off from society. and it's, we need our technology, for to function in the society. I mean, we don't need it, but it's a really, really, really helpful tool. So we're not demonizing technology or anything like that. We're just saying we need balance, because that subjects us to electromagnetic frequencies, that subjects us to being exposed to lower frequencies and vibration. Through social media, we can be accessed, through news, through other people and stuff like that. So again, it's just really finding the balance. So, I do have a because I wanted to pull a divination card too. I have another Doreen Virtue deck called the Indigo Angel. So I'm going to get a message from that. And my birthday's coming up later in the month. If anybody wants to get me a gift, how about a set of angel card divination with angel cards, not done by Doreen Virtue. I love her, but all the decks that I have are Doreen Virtue decks. And there's some other good ones out there. Hint, hint. All right, so let me just pull another message from Spirit this way, and then we'll get on our way. And incidentally, for those of you that are part of Spirit Mind Family, our membership support group, we're doing channeling with the master teachers at 7. We're going to work on clearing and opening the sacral chakra month on Spirit Mind Family. If you're not part of that, I'll do that now because I'm talking about it. Here's how you get in, if I can find this. Okay, show. That's how you get in. So if you want to get in on that, you'll have time to do that. If you want to get in on this, if you're watching this live. If not, you won't be able to catch the meditation live and the channeling live. But it all uploads as videos, just like it does on YouTube anyway. But if you do decide to join at the $5 level. The reason being is that we're going to be eliminating the tiers, and it's actually going to turn into one $6 level. So going at the lowest tiers, those of you that are $11 and $33, you'll automatically be rolled back to the $6 tier. And for all intents and purposes, everybody's going to get what the people were paying $11 for $6. So anyway, I will hide this now. We don't need to keep that up. All right. Let me clear my mind now. Get into my spirit mode. Okay, so I'm asking the angels and spirit to give us the best card to help us, the best message for this full moon for us. This is the one that wants to come out. Let's think about it. I mean, that's kind of along the line. So, kind of looking about this. I mean, sometimes I get a lot more with the pictures. He's kind of looking down, I want to say, and think about it. So I think, part of this is really about, again, kind of stepping back and this goes along with the energies too, kind of stepping back a little bit and, contemplating things that are challenging. And when you think about it, I mean, try to also get present with spirit to get the messages also. I'm going to pull one more. This one also. And shielding is another one. So again, the thing is, with the Piscean full moon, Pisces is a very sensitive sign. It's going to really activate our empathness. It's a very empathic energy. So shielding yourself shouldn't be taken as fear-based, but an empowering thing, knowing that we're all connected, but we all are individual also, or we're just kind of connected. And sometimes we just need to be in our own energy, to be in our own frame, and kind of sort of block the world. So I think that what they're trying to say is to do again some silent meditation, silent contemplation, but also especially if you're around people that are negative, or if you're exposed to this, that, and the other thing, you decide to 2 or 3 times a day to just relax, just feel your heart open, feel golden light around you. You can use spirit mirrors, like visualize mirrors pointing outward that deflects any negative energy coming toward you, but allows all love and positive energy through. You can visualize purple light. but you know, the thing about shielding, I like working with the mirrors. That's very effective for me, or purple violet light's very effective. So anyway, so that's what I'm getting. So have a wonderful rest of your evening, and you know, I may see a few of you in what, about a half hour or so. So thank you. Happy full moon. Tomorrow we have an upload. I think the channeling here with the master teachers for the full moon, I think I'm going to do that Saturday. I wanted to do it on 9/9, but the thing is, I'm doing like 4 hours of readings, and then I would have to do it at 8 o'clock. And you know, I'm just thinking, you know, as much as I'd like to do it on 9/9 because that's a portal day, um, I have to be, you know, my energy has to be good to channel. So we're going to do that on the 10th, which is actually the day of the full moon anyway, probably at 7 p.m. right here on the Medium channel. Well, that's what I got for you. See y'all later. Have a great night. Happy full moon.